come up here and join me on this stage. So please can I have a volunteer? Don't all run at once. So you can come and join me up here with Ted. We can have a little cup of tea together. Anyone? Come on, you just come up straight up to the front. Whoever wants, I'm not going to pick anyone. Someone has to come up. And then there's volunteers down here to bring you up onto the stage. Oh, here's somebody. It's a bit of an obstacle course, I think. But I promise it's worth it. Woo, thank you. What's your name?
Ian.
Ian?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ian. I have something for you. You just won £20. There you go, there you go. Thank you so much. You can go and sit back down now. Big round of applause. So, my question to you is this. Why didn't you volunteer? What stopped you from coming up here? My guess is it was probably for one of these reasons. Fear. Fear of coming up here in front of nearly 1,000 people. It's pretty damn scary. Or maybe it was fear of the unknown because you had no idea what I was going to get you to do. And maybe you thought, oh God, she's going to ask me to do something. I'm not going to be able to do it and I'm going to look like a complete prat. Or maybe it was because of obstacles. There are quite a lot of obstacles in this room. Maybe you're so far at the back and you just thought, oh my goodness, I am so far away, it's dark, there's lots of tables in my way, I'll probably fall over someone like a fool, and I just can't do it, it's too difficult, someone else will have to volunteer for me. Or maybe it was just that it was lack of motivation. Maybe you just couldn't be bothered to move and come up here. But no matter what your reason was, your decision started up here in your mind. Because the moment I said, please can I have a volunteer, thoughts will have started flooding into your mind. That little voice inside your head would have started talking to you. And maybe for some of you it was saying, oh God, what is this girl going to get us to do? I don't want to go up there. Please don't make us do anything really stupid. And then maybe for some other people, you were thinking, maybe down at the front, you were like, oh gosh, I don't want to do this. Look away, avoid eye contact, avoid eye contact. Then she won't pick me. And then maybe for some of you, the moment I said, please can I have a volunteer, maybe fear and doubt and worries just flooded through you at the prospect of actually coming up here, in front of so many people. And then, for those of you that did volunteer, you were thinking something entirely different. You were thinking things maybe like, ooh, she wants to volunteer. I wonder what she's going to get us to do. How exciting, I'm going to do it. Or maybe some of you thought, oh my gosh, this is really awkward. No one is volunteering, so I'm going to have to step up and do it. But for those of you that didn't volunteer, you missed out on the chance to win £20. But this experiment isn't about the money. This experiment demonstrates the power of your mind. The fact that what is going on up in your head has such a huge impact on the actions that you take, on the decisions you make, and the things that you experience. And it's not just in silly situations like this where people miss out on amazing opportunities. People are missing out on incredible opportunities all of the time because of what's going on in their head, because they are making bad decisions based off a really bad frame of mind. You know, those kind of self-limiting thoughts like, I can't do that, I'm not good enough, or I don't have the time or the money. Or maybe it's that you think, I can't be bothered, I'll just do it tomorrow. But then you never do it. And so these wonderful ideas and these incredible potentials stay locked up inside, and you never do anything with them. And I realised that I was responsible for this misery. I was responsible for the fact that I was stuck in a rut. I remember looking at my life thinking, I am waking up every single day and focusing on my problems. I am waking up every day and giving so much focus and attention to all of these awful thoughts, these doubts and these worries. I'm coming up with ideas and I'm shooting them down. I'm talking myself out of doing anything whatsoever. And I realised that if I wanted to live an incredible life and achieve amazing things, and I really did, that I had to get my mind to be on the same wavelength as me. So I started by becoming consciously aware of all the things I was thinking of every day. And whenever I'd catch myself thinking something like, Carrie, who is going to come to this website? Who are you to give advice to anyone? This is rubbish. This is a ridiculous idea. You're never going to be able to do it. Every time I caught myself saying something like that, I would stop myself And I realised that I had the power to take control over my thoughts rather than letting them control me. I knew that I could stop myself from thinking these things, and I did. I replaced the negative, rubbish, annoying thoughts and told them to shut up, and I replaced them with positive thoughts that were empowering me, thoughts that were actually helping me to move towards my goal. Success is no accident. Living an incredible life is no accident. You have to do it on purpose. And it starts by knowing exactly what it is that you want to achieve, knowing why you want to achieve it, knowing the kind of person that you need to become in order to make it happen, and then programming your mind to make it happen. Because you just have one life in which to achieve everything you are going to achieve, so you have to act accordingly. Thank you so much.
So Chris, I understand that you initially turned down this role. Why was that?
There was a couple of reasons. First off, it was a big commitment. It's a 6-picture deal, and 6 movies. They can spread that out over a long period of time, and that's a big decision to make for that big of a chunk of time.
So what was it that won you over in the end?
It was that it was so scary. The fact that I was so scared of it, it just kind of felt like that's exactly what you should be doing. Anything you're scared of, you should push yourself to do it. It's so funny how noisy my brain is, and everyone's brain is noisy. It's what it does. It makes thoughts. And the problem is, I think in most of our lives, the root of suffering is following that brain noise and listening to that brain noise and actually identifying with it as if it's who you are. That's just the noise your brain makes, and more often than not, it probably doesn't have much to say. It's going to help you. The times that I felt my best are the moments that I've been able to pull that plug and say, Chris, shh, shh, shh. And it's not quitting, it's not giving up, it's not washing your hands of the thought, it's rising above it. It's operating on a separate plane. You can't dissect why that works, because the reason it works doesn't speak the same language that the brain speaks. You can't try and say, well, why shush? Because the shush is, it's different. It's different. And when you just shh, it just feels good. You're like, that's better. That's better. And I think back to all the amount of time I've probably spent suffering as a result of brain noise. Hours of my life wasted. Just shh, shh, shh. So that's what I'd say. Shh.